Hi, I'm Renu Arora. If you're new to my channel, I make videos on energy healing, pendulum use, and pretty much everything to do with tapping into the subconscious mind. If that's something you're interested in, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Today's video is part of my series of stories on the subconscious, where I give you insight into how the subconscious creates the challenges in our life as a way to get our attention to the underlying emotional trauma that needs to be healed. Are you ready for today's story? Let's get to it. You know what? The subconscious can be really funny. One day, I worked with a client, we'll call her Jay, to address some food intolerances that had come up for her within the previous year, completely out of the blue. She had suddenly started reacting to salmon, hummus, and peanut butter. We're going to start with salmon first. As we do, we looked for the emotional root cause of the intolerance. And we quickly homed in on an issue that she had been having with a group of colleagues from work. Now, one woman in particular was especially aggravating for her. This particular lady kept sending her work that she was supposed to be doing without all the supplemental information, essentially the things she needed in order to be able to do the job. Now, when Jay approached her to let her know that, hey, I need this supplemental information, all she got was more aggravation for her trouble. This was actually a year previous. So 1 year later, Jay was still feeling pretty annoyed about how this lady had treated her. Once we neutralized these feelings between her and this woman, the problem with salmon completely went away. But what would salmon have to do with a frustrating colleague? After a little bit of searching, a memory surfaced, and Jay remembered being in the lunchroom one day while this lady, the one she disliked so much, was microwaving salmon. And that was the link. It was like her subconscious said, I don't like her. She likes salmon. Therefore, I can't enjoy salmon. Isn't that crazy? Crazy but true. The whole point of an intolerance is to get our attention regarding some unresolved life event. Jay's salmon problem was there to remind her of her negative feelings surrounding this lady. Let's get on to the second one, the hummus. Now, the hummus took us a little bit more time to figure out. The event itself was actually pretty straightforward. Jay had received a performance evaluation from her boss, which she wasn't totally happy with. I mean, it was a pretty good evaluation overall, but there was one particular thing that was added in there, which Jay thought was a little unfair and that shouldn't have been in there. So she was still kind of bitter about it. We cleared up the bitterness. We took care of that really quickly, and the hummus was testing fine. But what was the link? Jay rarely ate hummus. And despite her best efforts to find the link between hummus and her boss, nothing was coming up. She even joked, I'm sure there wasn't any hummus at my performance evaluation. So we were kind of stumped on that one. So we said, okay, let's not worry about it. Let's move on to the peanut butter. But the peanut butter was now testing strong. Apparently, the same event, that performance evaluation, triggered both the peanut butter and the hummus issue. So we decided, okay, let's look for a link to the peanut butter. That link surfaced within just a few minutes. They have a no-nut policy at work. And rather than being strict about it, Jay's boss was so lax that she actually brought a Reese peanut butter cake in to celebrate one employee's birthday. Jay was totally shocked. So that memory is what surfaced right off the top. So there's the link to the peanut butter. And here's the funny thing. Jay didn't have a problem with peanuts, only peanut butter. She could have eaten peanuts all day without any problem at all. The cake was a peanut butter cake. Her subconscious was linking her to her boss through the memory of the peanut butter. We found it. Okay, so where does the hummus come from? Well, if you think about it, hummus does look a lot like peanut butter. Here's the thing. When her subconscious found that the peanut butter intolerance wasn't doing the job, it spread out to something else. So now we go from peanut butter to something that looks similar to peanut butter. If that hadn't done the trick, then something else probably would have started to be a problem. Maybe, I don't know, maybe jam, maybe cream cheese, maybe other things that you spread. I have no clue. But that's how the subconscious works. If you have any questions or something you'd like to add, please do add them to the comments. If you enjoyed today's video, then please do like it and share it around. And if you'd like to work with me directly, either as a client because you've got your own food intolerances or something else you'd like to deal with, or as a student and you'd be interested in learning more about how the subconscious works and to be able to heal these kinds of issues for yourself, my contact information is in the description below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time.